is Way Up with Angela Yee, and we are honored to have a legend in the building. Lalah Hathaway is here with us.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Thank you for joining us. I feel bad that before this interview started, we were talking about nasty things
It's
like
okay.
rats.
It's all right. We're in a big city. It
Yeah.
comes up. It comes up.
All right, well, let's talk about what you have going on right now. First of all, a new project on the 14th, June 14th, Vanta Black is out. And so explain what Vanta Black is, because that's my first time even hearing that.
Yeah, Vanta Black is a name for a color which is the blackest black. And I think some cars have been made, some things have been made. Pharrell told me he's working on some stuff with that color. And I really feel super black right now, and that's where that comes from.
That's good. Super Black is how we need to be feeling right now, because there is so much going on with politics, with our rights getting rolled back, with books getting banned,
Absolutely.
with education in danger, with women's bodies in danger.
Yeah, it's a lot happening. And I reflected on a lot of that in making the record. And while it's not a protest record, all of those themes are in there in some way or another.
Man, the song that I saw the video for, So in Love, it feels like a wedding song or like a celebration.
I feel like that too.
Maybe like a first dance song after you get married.
I like that.
And so let's talk about that video, because it is definitely feeling very in love.
Yeah, we wanted to just kind of explore love in all kinds of forms. So my mother's in the video, there are kids in the video, there's all kinds of different people showing love in the video, and there's me like actually laying on top of a mirror singing to myself. So we just really wanted to explore what the song meant and how we could express it. And then we wanted to explore all those fits. We wanted to explore all the clothes.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Thank
and you
you.
look amazing, by the way.
Thank you so much. So do you.
Yeah, how do you feel now?
I feel good. I feel healthy. I feel energized. I'm always excited. Like, this part of a record for me is Christmas, to get to come and talk to people about it and, you know what I mean, see how people feel about the record and put it out. It's always like a birth.
Oh, that's good. So you enjoy doing press, because some people hate it.
I enjoy. I enjoy talking to people about music and about what I'm up to.
Well, you started the album off now. I've only heard the 3 songs that have been put out, but with Common and Rhapsody with Black, what a great combination.
Isn't it wonderful? It's like an opus. We had a piece of music, and my producer, Phil Boudreau, kept coming back and having more of it, and I'd say, well, this part I'm imagining I'm a phoenix rising up out of the ashes, and he'd come back with something that fit that. And so to get Common and rap on it was such a coup, We're so happy with it.
You know who else I enjoyed seeing you with? Jennifer Hudson.
Oh, thank you.
Just seeing the two of you together as like artists, and her giving you your flowers that you so very much deserve, and you also throwing it right back at her.
Yeah.
That has to feel nice to see like everybody coming up in this space and thriving the way that they have been. And you've worked with so many like tremendous artists, and you're a tremendous artist yourself. And I know for the song So in Love, you said that was a song that you had actually planned to write for someone else.
Yeah, we actually planned to write it for something else.
Okay.
We were trying to do something for Lena Waithe. She had something going on, and we tried to write a song about love. And we kind of expanded the song, and she didn't choose the song, but we sat on it because we knew it was a great song. So I'm so happy that it made it onto this project.
When you're on tour and when you're performing, what are some of the songs? Because I know people get very emotional when they get to come to your shows.
Yeah.
So what do you feel like are some of the songs that you can never leave off the playlist?
That's hard, because some of them are going to get left off the playlist.
Yeah, some of them, and people are probably like, she didn't do this song.
And invariably, in the last 35 years, somebody will say to me, you did not sing track 13. I don't know what that track is, but, we kind of have to play Angel. We have to play Forever for Always for Love. I'm Coming Back, Breathe.
Oh, my gosh.
It's just 35 years of records. It would be impossible. And there's so many silos of people that want to hear the stuff I did with Kendrick, or want to hear the stuff I did with Snoop, or want to hear the Take 6, or the Joe Sample, or the David Sanborn stuff, or the Marcus Miller stuff. There's so many sections of my career to try to cover in that little hour and a half I have. I never get all the songs in.
Yeah, you're definitely not pigeonholed in any space, because you do jazz, you do R&B, you could do hip hop, and you worked on To Pimp a Butterfly, and I remember seeing that you were in and out of the studio pretty quick.
Yeah.
But you managed to be on a whole lot of that album.
I went in there. Terrence Martin called me. He said, "Hey, can you come tonight? We're gonna just try to sing some extra parts on this song." And the song Mama on To Pimp a Butterfly is actually a flip of a song I wrote called On Your Own with Rex Rideout and Rasan Patterson. And I just went in and sang. This is what happens. You go in, they say, we need you for one thing. And then you go in there and they say, well, wait, what if I play this? What will this inspire you to do? So you end up on, Blacker the Berry with Rhapsody. And I ended up on Complexion with Thundercat. So I'm on a lot of that record.
That's amazing. And you did that quick, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's just ad-libs.
They said you go in there, you just be at one take. Aww. You know who else was up here the other day and talked about you? Eric the Architect.
Love him.
Let me tell you something. First of all, just the story is amazing because he talks about, he's from Brooklyn like I am, and moving to LA and how difficult kind of that was for him. But then he talked about you like coming to work with him and how that was like a dream come true.
Wow.
So can you talk to me from your point of view how that happened? Because he was definitely raving about it.
He called me, or his folks called my person, and I wasn't really hip, but I liked the song that he sent me and knew that I could augment the song that he sent me, and so we got together. I went to his house. He has a super cool house. He had all kind of stuff in there I wanted to play with. He has a lot of games and figurines and stuff in there. So we basically spent the day working and talking and looking at games and playing games. But he's super cool. I want to work with him again.
Imagine Lalah Hathaway just coming to your house to record and hanging out, and
I do it all day.
That has to be like a dream come true.
Oh, it was fun.
You know what else? I know that you went to Berkeley, right? So you studied music and you started putting out music while you were in school.
Yeah, just at the end of that.
At the end of that. How important and how did that help you? Because I know you could sing even before that, but what made you even say? Because some people can sing, but that doesn't mean that they're going to go to school.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean you have to.
Yeah, not that you have to, but how did it help you?
That was my path and my course. I come from two musicians that met in school for music, and so it was very important for us to have our education and to be educated in our craft. That's just something that went on in our household. I feel like, I left college without my degree. I'm only 6 credits shy. I feel like I've put in enough hours to say, okay, I'm good.
They got to just give it to you.
They gave me an honorary doctorate last year, so okay. I'm okay with it. So I'm Dr. Hathaway. But I really feel like whatever your path is, just get on your path. School was good for me because I want to know as much as I can about music. I love music.
Right.
I really love what I do. I love the art of how it's done. I love the history, particularly of Black music all over the world. And so for me, that's the path I took. And it augmented me as an artist. It made me a more informed musician. So you can't hurt yourself by learning at any time.
I do think that even for myself, I look at myself as a student always. So if there's something I'm interested in, I'm always trying to make sure like I take classes, read up, do
look
things.
At 7911 YouTube.
Go on YouTube because YouTube is like school right now.
Absolutely.
And what about the business of music? How was that process, learning about because it is always a changing landscape.
Yeah,
things are so
evolving.
Different now.
It's true. It's true. I mean, I feel like I'm learning about the music industry. I mean, I learned something just now when I was out in your green room. And things are changing, and eras are so short in the music industry.
What did you learn in the green room?
I learned something from Craig, who I learn from all the time, and that's why I try to also surround myself with smart people who understand what's happening.
Right.
It's very helpful to me. I feel like the music industry, you could be in it your whole life and not understand. It's not built for you to understand.
Right.
There's a moving target. There's a lot of racism. There's a lot of sexism. A lot of artists get cheated. A lot of what you would call like the lower level artists make the money so that the bigger artists can go fly in a private jet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the music business is ever changing. And when kids ask me in a clinic, like, can you give us some advice about how to get in the music business? I'm always like, no.
I cannot. Everybody's path is definitely different.
Absolutely. I can give you all the musician advice.
Did you feel like you had a heads up? Like you said, your mom, a musician, obviously we know your father as well, the famous Hathaway name. So do you feel like you had a bit of an edge? Like, were they aware of the business of music when you were getting into that space and you did go to school? Or do you feel like there were times, because everybody feels like you have to pay your dues and everyone ends up signing a bad deal or getting in a situation.
True. It happened to me. I mean, I feel like I had some knowledge of the music industry growing up, but it was so different than than when my father was in it, and he died in 1979, and my first record came out in 1990. So there's probably 7 eras in between all of those times, and everything has changed even from 2 years ago.
Right.
The last record I put out, we treated differently than this record we're putting out. So everything changes and rolls over.
Mm-hmm. But you still love it though,
I do.
That's the main thing. And you know
true.
what? You worked with my favorite artist of all time.
Who's that?
Prince.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, that is my absolute favorite. I gotta get, like, everybody has great Prince stories.
Yeah. I wish my greatest Prince story is that they asked me, they said, what song would you like to sing with Prince? So first of all, you have to slide down the wall for a couple seconds on that. I said, I'd like to do Diamonds and Pearls.
Ooh, okay.
And they said, oh, well, he doesn't do that song anymore. Remember, Prince went on his thing.
Yeah, because he doesn't do Erotic City.
He wouldn't do Erotic City.
I'm like, we can't
he was
hear
not
no
playing
Darling
Nikki. He was not playing the records we wanted to hear.
Uh-huh.
And I said, okay, I'll choose Sometimes It Snows in April.
Okay.
So he ran past me. He said, take this mic under the stage. He ran past me. He said, take this mic. Just stand right here, and I'll meet you up there. I said, okay. So I took the mic, and I'm standing there, and the thing, it's a toaster, but it's not the pop-up toaster. It's the slow-rise toaster. And when I got to the top of that stage with the 18,000 people in there, and my little dress was blowing in the wind, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, he was right there. He was right there. I wanted to lick him, but I didn't. I didn't want to ruin it. So we sang Sometimes It Snows in April, which is amazing.
Yes.
And I said to him, thank you so much. This means so much to me. It was the night before my birthday.
Oh, wow.
I said, thank you so much. I hope I get to work with you again. He said, oh, no, we're not finished. And he took my hand and walked over to the piano, and we played Diamonds and Pearls and sang it.
You got to do your song that he doesn't even do. That's amazing.
It is. It was incredible.
And you know what? You're touching other people that way that he touched you.
It's hard to imagine.
You didn't.
Hard to imagine.
Definitely.
I grew up with Prince, though. You know what I mean? To me, Prince was like, wow, that was the biggest it got.
Right.
Because he had I remember thinking, this guy's music is so deep. I thought I was deep at that age. I was listening to Mountains like, I get this music. Not to mention the fact that he was in my cousin's closet with a leather G-string on. So I would peek in there between the clothes and see what Prince was talking about every now and again. But that was some of my favorite music growing up.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And the fact that he could play all those instruments. And then doing a movie like Purple Rain or Under the Cherry Moon.
He was
that's
everything.
Like the most phenomenal.
He was everything.
What are some things that you haven't done that you feel like I need to make this happen?
Oh, I would love to act. I've done a little bit of that. I would love to write things for people to say and sing, but really to say.
Okay.
I'm so always caught up in music, I don't even know really what else I'm great at. So I'm trying to figure all that stuff out.
I feel like if you can write the great music like you have been, you can write a great script.
Maybe.
You know, I do think those things kind of...
They are linked in a way.
Yeah, it can be intertwined or a musical.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
You are, for real?
I am.
Listen, I go to Broadway plays. I just went to go see... Home, which was amazing. If you have a chance to go see that while it's doing its limited run. But you know, The Wiz is on Broadway, The Notebook is on Broadway. Both of those directed by a black woman, Home by a black man.
Yeah, it's popping this season.
Listen, this is it. And I think if you did something like that, the press that something like that could get and people going out to see. Because even when you do your And Friends, concerts, you never, like you said, you never know who's going to show up. What has been the best surprise for you when you do your Lalah Hathaway and Friends?
The best surprise?
Yeah, like the biggest, like even you didn't know.
Gosh. Anita Baker was always a surprise. Whenever she showed up, that was a surprise. I don't know. I haven't done it in a while either. Faith came out. Sid came out for me. So many people just come out, and I'm so blessed by that and edified because in this business, particularly now in this age of social media, sometimes you feel a little unseen. You don't feel seen. Right. And so whenever I get with my peers, I remember like, okay, y'all can see me.
Do you pay attention to social media?
Sometimes,
like, does it?
Yeah. I mean, I'm on social media, and I had a website in '97 that was like It was literally Facebook. I just didn't know
that
it was Facebook. But we used to communicate, and we had the Pink Room, and it was people from around the world talking about the music that was happening in their place. And so sometimes,
it's so dope because remember MySpace when that started? That really was supposed to be for music and bands.
And you could program your page and make it what you wanted it to be, you know. So I find it interesting. I am a techie. Right. I am into all of that kind of stuff. I do, 98% of all my own social media stuff.
You.
And
I'm always like, I need to get better. I have barely been doing anything. And you know how we always say that's part of the business now, which it never used to be.
It sure wasn't. I saw a kid with a meme. He said, all I want to do is play music. I didn't want to have to learn about algorithms. So it's hard.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It's a new world.
And so you have a tour that you're starting also, right, in August.
Yeah.
So talk to me about that.
I'm excited about the Vanta Black tour. I'm really excited to take this record out to people. I feel like it's the best record I've ever made, and I've never really felt like that before.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
And you look great.
Thank you. So do you.
I just want to say, just the music, but you said the best record you've ever made, and you've had some classics. That's a huge statement.
I think so, too. I'm really excited about it. I can't wait for people to really hear it and get the feedback on it. It's a really good record.
How long did it take you to put it all together?
We started in 2020. I didn't start with a goal of like, this is my record. I just started writing with people over Zoom and making records like that over Zoom where I would text a piece of a vocal and they would plug it in. And then the record just grew and grew and grew. And we just finished it, a couple months ago before we got it mixed and mastered and to give to you guys. So
isn't that wild that you could finish a record a couple of months ago and then be ready to put it out because that never used to be the case.
Oh, no. But these kids are making records on their iPhones
putting
them out the next day.
Yeah.
Literally.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, good. Well, I cannot wait to hear the full record. MC Light is on there, so I got a chance to hear that song, too. But I love the fact that, like I said, you can work with anybody. We could see you work with Robert Glasper. We could see you work with Kendrick Lamar. Just, people definitely give you your very well-deserved props and accolades.
Thank you so much.
So if y'all can get out to the show, make sure you go. It starts August in Birmingham, is that?
I think we start in New Orleans. Birmingham, we start in Birmingham. Yes, you are correct.
New Orleans is probably going to be a time.
I can't wait.
Let me tell you, one thing I love about New Orleans is I would just walk down Bourbon Street and walk into all these random places where people are just playing music, and it'll be like the middle of the day, and you're like, everybody is so talented.
Oh yeah, it's a lot happening there. It's another world.
What do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun?
Besides music.
I'm a gamer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I play games.
Like what? And what's your gamer tag for people?
Okay, my gamer tag. I don't even want to give you my gamer tag because then you'll see all the boring games I'm playing. But right now I'm into VR gaming.
Okay.
And I'm playing what may seem like the most boring game, but it is so exciting. It's Power Wash VR.
Okay.
It's a crazy game.
You know what it is, Dan?
Have you played it? It's so fun. Download it. You can get the demo.
I'm about to try
It's so good. It's really fun. That's all I'll say.
And what about AI? Have you been paying attention? Because I keep saying I want to take some AI classes and learn more about it.
Yeah, I definitely want to learn more about it. Mm-hmm. I am reticent to. I don't want anything trying to cop what I do. I mean, you could try it. I'd like to hear what it would sound like. Mm-hmm. But there is particularly in Black music, there is a soulful experience happening that a computer will never be able to authenticate. And so it's going to be interesting to see what the next few years bring.
Does Lalah Hathaway pay attention to hip-hop beef? And were you watching?
What? Listen, I'm part of a thread called Down the Rabbit Hole right now with my besties, and we are in there taking it apart.
Yo, you seen this?
Yeah, we are in all levels of conspiracy and beef in the hip-hop industry for sure. It's very interesting.
Do y'all be delete this so in case somebody hacks our
No,
phone?
we have our opinions, and I mean, everybody knows I'm a huge Kendrick fan, so it was interesting to watch all that develop, and I really love the fact that people can channel their energy into music.
Right. So and that he made a hit song out of a diss record.
I mean,
If somebody asked you to sing on a diss song.
Depends on who is dissing.
Okay.
I think it depends on who's dancing.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, Lalah Hathaway, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm so honored to meet you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. And make sure y'all check her out. Is there anything that you want to make sure you mention too that we didn't?
It's Vanta Black. It's out Friday. They can reach me on my socials. That's Lalah Hathaway. I've been there forever.
And it's her. And she checks her DM.
I sure do.
And then she didn't give us her gamer tag, but if you DM her, maybe she'll play you.
Maybe.
What is it called? Power wash?
Just power wash. I do all the other stuff too, but I'm into like Japanese kind of RPG games, so no one wants to play those with you.
All right, I'm going to check that out. All right, it's Way Up.
Way up.